Alright, we are back. So we just found out Braham is not just potentially going to become Primordous' champion, like the theories have been suggesting. He's going to full-on wake Primordous up and try and, like, possess him by using the spirits of the wild, which I can't help but feel is going to backfire somewhat, at least in the long run. Braham's not going to be the same after this, I expect. So, could be a big rip there. I've taken down the sound a bit, so there was a section of the last video that seemed a bit like you couldn't really hear what I was saying. And also, there's still a bit of a blurry effect in the video, which I don't know how to get rid of. One day maybe. But for now, let's jump into the instance and figure out what the hell he's done now. One second. Come on. Okay, so we seem to be back in the Fire Island chain, I suppose.
Can't believe I'm about to drop down into a volcano. I'm a snow guy.
There is an open cavern below the lava. I can sense the air currents. That should make you feel much better.
The idea was yours, Erson. Are you saying you're not up to the quest?
Nah, the plan is perfect. Jormag's not expecting us. Bastard's too cocky.
I do love a hunt when the prey doesn't see me coming.
Exactly. Just saying, running alive wasn't part of my plan.
Good thing you're running with this pack. Channel our energy to push the lava back.
I appreciate the rhyme.
I love Raven. Seems really, like, probably definitely the most interesting in Spirits of the Wild. And okay, so we're using my abilities, which is good. What can Braham do though? Shift into wolf form, coming up down, blah, blah, blah. Right. So I just become a bit more tanky, I guess. Or maybe there'll be a different set of abilities. We'll try that later. Alright, oh wow, okay. So yeah, so we seem to be back on the Fire Island chain.
Guess I shouldn't be surprised there's a welcome wagon.
Quests don't get easier the further you go.
I'd say they get more fun. The best time I've had in ages.
Okay, so Snow Leopard's just batshit crazy. I like that they're kind of giving them animalistic personalities though, instead of just, I don't know. Just, I don't know, you kind of get, you probably can tell from Snow Leopard's dialogue what I mean. It's, like the Norn as a whole haven't been very unique. It's nice to see a creature reflects Norn philosophy on steroids, and I really need to focus on, holy crap. Get up. Heal. Wolf form, let's see how we do. Okay, hi. This isn't working. Actually, oh, it's working great. Wait. I need to heal, I need to heal, I need to heal. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't like give us all Braham's like close combat abilities. I thought we got my ass kicked. Got a bird next to me, which probably shouldn't be here. Would be incinerated in this environment, but doesn't matter. And so they seem to have formed a protective shield around him, just like the druids formed one around us. Like when we came into this same section, presumably. I'm assuming it's the same spot. Unless Primordous moved, but from what we know, when Balthazar attacked him, he went to sleep. Did these guys spawn more, or are they just spawning as part of the mission? The last time we saw this place, assuming it is the same place, was when Balthazar had taken Omad's machine, which time he had modified, to knock out 2 Elder Dragons at once, but we had just figured out that if we killed 2 Elder Dragons at once and didn't absorb the magic properly, like, we could seriously screw everything up. Like, Tyria itself would have been, like, so destabilized, like eventually the planet might have been ripped apart if we took them both out at the same time, unless we absorbed the magic right. And Balthazar had already showed that, well actually, Mordramoth's death had showed that it's hard to do that well. These things got very crazy after that. Balthazar didn't make. I'm not. It's hard to tell if Balthazar got everything that was, but regardless, if Balthazar started killing them, first of all, we weren't sure if it's a good idea to even for him and of all people to even get this magic. And secondly, for all we know, there would have been huge collateral damage. He didn't seem to care, but we had to stop him from using the machine on both Primordous, who was right in front of him, but also Jormag, who it was linked to. And I think now we sort of understand how. It was probably linking to Jormag through Primordous. They're twin in a way. Like their powers are linked to each other. And Jormag seems really scared of Primordous. Like, Bangar in one of the previous dialogue things said, like, just that, like, Frigid Blizzard is scared, if I recall correctly. But, we didn't quite see it. Bangar was just able to sort of sense, like, this is their minds are linked now. But, oh god. Okay, so that's a leap ability. Oh, yep, okay. Oh, Jesus, okay. That's... Okay, this, and this. I wonder what the canonical explanation is for us still having our abilities. I suppose because it's a memory, like, Aurene is viewing this through the mists and showing it to us, so it's already happened. We're probably, like it's a very vivid memory because Aurene watched it enough so that she can recreate it or kind of experience it, or maybe we're linked to it like a fractal, and maybe we technically are here. I don't know. I doubt Aurene would put us at that much risk though.
Trading one dragon for the other? What if we end up like oxen rest? What happens to the Norn if we four are lost?
Hundreds, thousands of us have already died because of these elder dragons. Something has to change.
Braham's right. The Lord of Prophecy has lived up to his title and passed every test. Have some faith, sister.
In a prophecy and instance, as he said, your is estimated. Remind me, which of us is revealed?
Oh fuck.
Spirits. But I'm an only child.
Sounds like a lie.
Oh, Braham kind of... Oh wait, glad I'm only the child. So Raven's sort of saying that Braham used dragons much like his siblings. That's nice, I think. That's what I meant. So, so what they're doing is the same way Jormag subjugated the spirits and is now linked to them, even though they're operating independently. They're going to do the same thing with Primordous, but try and retain control. Interesting. Especially because Ryland seems to have been the one who took the spirit's magic in order to, like, augment him, like, at least as part of the process to become Jormag's champion. Like, Jormag didn't just use his own power. Like, they'll both be spirit-infused beings. Which is odd. And maybe having a champion helps keep the spirits on a leash? Because we did manipulate those spirits in helping us. And if I recall, we haven't tried that since Ryland became the champion. Mango was planning to do the same thing, so what is it about the spirits that seems to be... is it just like a matter of convenience? Like Jormag, I mean, well, we've got a few, you might just take this. But like, why wouldn't Jormag completely use its own power, like for Ryland, and then just absorb spirits? Is it because, like, Ryland absorbed the magic to help win the fight, like, in order to wake up Jormag up in the first place? And so it was trying to just like, well, this has happened now, we're running with it. Like, it can't undo this. Or was it very deliberate, like Jormag was like, alright, you need this as a specific part of you becoming the champion. Perhaps to deal with the spirits down the line? Why is he going really slow? How does bullets fucking force me to retreat heal? Nothing. Alright, that's a minute in my favor. Is this time? And it appears fall damage isn't a thing, judging from when I fell off that ledge up there. Alright, let's keep going. Snow Leopard, hello.
This still seems more like recklessness than wisdom.
The cries of the frozen echo in our minds already. Can you stand listening to their agony for seasons, for centuries?
Oh, I can't. We're giving you our trust, Braham. You better stay true.
Honestly, that's the easy part. There's no really clear to see.
Thanks?
Why would he deceive? More like get scared in front. And it seems Aurene was right. Frozen are in agony, which I think Jormag was fully aware of. Jormag's telepathic as well. There's no way in hell that Jormag froze these people, has such close link to them now, and didn't understand what was happening. Although, unless maybe because Jormag's in the mists, then she can only really telepathically communicate with Vanguard and maybe Ryland. So it's possible she was unaware, but like I think even if she can't actually feel what's happening to them, because she's distanced herself enough, I reckon she probably well knows what her abilities are capable of. She just was like, I don't know, to Aurene, as opposed to, I mean, yes, they're in extreme agony, but I'm just going to ignore that. It's probably better to plead ignorance and just hope for the best, at least in the way she framed it to Aurene. She looks less of a dick. Why are these guys running away? Powered up, let's beat you up. Wait, where did you go? Oh, right, I knocked him down. Wait, oh, this is a knockdown? What's a knockdown? I think I just may have just despawned my screen for a second. Taken out. I love that Braham can use wolf form now. The Norn almost never do that these days. They've been trying to emphasize it in recent patches, or recent from my standpoint. What does this do? Oh fuck. Okay, it does expire. Oh shit, wait, holy fuck, okay. I'm gonna stop talking for a sec. Alright, yeah, so they have been emphasizing in recent patches the Norn's ability to transform. I don't know if it's for a specific plot reason or they're just trying to make amends for the fact that they made them big humans pretty much since the release of Guild Wars 2. Like in Guild Wars 1 they were very culturally different and they transformed way more. If I remember right. At the very least the culture of things was much bigger of a deal. So my theory was the spirits of the wild, they distanced themselves, which I think was sort of elaborated on in the Icebrood Saga. And as a result, the Norn couldn't transform as much, and it's not really said as much because none of them were alive. Actually, remember how much they could do it in the past. Because I remember Guild Wars 1, they pretty much all transformed. It wasn't a big deal. Like it was like Jorah, who was our companion in the first game. When she got blocked from entering like her bear form, that was a big deal. Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, that sucked." Like it's like, whereas now almost no one transforms and no one reacts, so clearly transforming is not what it used to be. But Braham getting the ability, like, I mean, I suppose it implies that he might be coming back, or it could be specific to him, the spirits, unfortunately. But oh yeah, so now I remember, in the Icebrood Saga, like, it turned out that the spirits had sort of been imprisoned or whatever. Like Jormag had descended on them, like, or whatever. Oh yeah, they stayed. My lore knowledge is a bit rusty. So they stayed behind so that everyone else could escape, and so the connection with them was nowhere near as strong. And we found where they eventually stopped, like in a kind of stalemate between Jormag in the Frost Citadel, like well, where the Frost Citadel ended up. Yeah. So now they're free. Although Al took a hit or whatever, I'm not sure. This is not the most creatively designed instance. I will definitely be speeding up this footage. Just whack it now. I think it's spawning other ones. Get him! Get him! Heal. Heal. Finishing him. Kill him, kill him, kill him, that's all I need. That's the only one I need. Ah, oh, fuck, he's dead. Alright. Retreat. And give me bitches. Next. Alright, yeah, just one less one. That's fine. Oh, dead. That's it. You! Sorry about that. Okay, so it does seem to be a bit of lag, so I was standing outside this cool AoE and it didn't so that explains some of this display. I'm rusty, so it's just annoying. Fuck, Ender Dragons better be good if this is what we're getting because of it. I mainly play for story at least, so far as disappointed. Although I saw a thumbnail on a recent Wooden Potatoes video that has me worried. Okay, finally. I don't want to jump down.
Once we join with Primordous, we'll still be able to commune with us, Braham.
Being the Norn of Prophecy's worth something. Wish it would have come with wings, though.
You should be so lucky.
That looks like an Elder Dragon down there. Alright, let's do this.
Enjoy the trip.
Here we go! Heads up, Flame Brains!
He looks different. He looks very different. Guess they've remodeled him.
All this fun.
Not like you don't have experience reining in rowdies. Can't think of anyone better to lead Primordous to his last fight.
Yeah, Raven does seem to be very intelligent. He unnerves me in a similar way to how Mag does. I mean, he seems to care about the Norn, otherwise he'd be stuck around and stuff. Some spirits have a history of doing. Being sus is kind of his nature, and like the part of part of the very idea of Raven is there is no right or wrong. Like, Raven doesn't seem to believe in morality. So, I'm worried about handing control of Primordous over to him. I'm assuming he'll be the main one. Like Braham just said, he'll probably be the best one to direct Primordous. So maybe this explains Vanguard's plan a little more. He wanted to link the spirits with him and then use the spirits to heal Jormag, but link himself with the spirits as well.
Whoa.
Hi. Destroy the last king. Who's the last king? He's destroying names, so interesting. Alright. Please just don't be another AoE spam boss, that's all I want. That's all I can. And it has history with those. I need some break. Oh shit, no, no. Am I gonna get extra telegraph or something? Yeah, also, why are we... Oh shit. Still don't know why this linking with the spirits allows us to sense destroyers and not Icebrood. Like, it's linked specifically about Primordous. Could this be about the prophecy of the spirits reaching out to Primordous in a way that they weren't with Jorma? I feel like they're hiding something from us. I mean, they said it was Braham's plan, but I feel like they may have known something of this was going to happen. Remember that? Some more damage.
That's the best you got.
No, don't taunt it. That usually means the fight's about to get a lot worse. I've also got it to 50%, so this may be about to trigger a second phase. Just no move for a second phase. That's oh, no. There we go. Oh, fuck. Some more power. Lots of damage. Don't stand in front of its mouth. It's definitely easier than the last one, which was firing AoE everywhere, although it wasn't too much. I'm thinking of the one in the Deldrimor area, the Forge, Dragon's Blood Forge. That one was actually quite fun. Is that one called like Destroyer of the Last Forge or something? I don't remember. Still wondering what we get, like why it went for the Forge, because surely we could make Dragon's Blood Spears out of Primordous and Jormag's blood, which would be super effective against each other, right? Like, because these two are weak against each other. Because they're linked and also fire and ice are opposites. I feel like we're playing Pokemon. You already said that. Whoop! Get up, get up, get up. I've had definitely seems to be distracted this thing.
That's the best you got.
Maybe it's not that bad, maybe it's the elements. No power, and just jumps down. I jumped to the back up.
Has Primordous always been this ugly?
Yes and no. Now the infection of magic from dead gods and dragons is etched across his face.
Divert yourselves.
Dead gods and dragons. So it seems like Primordous has been scarred by what's happened. He's managed to re-purify the magic, so he's himself again, but he's different. Grizzled.
Strengthen the spirits of the wild, the fortitude and ferocity to remain ourselves, even within Primordous.
Okay. What have you got to say?
I will tie the spirits of the wild together in our purpose.
Fix Primordous' ravenous hunger on his sibling to end them both.
I will lend Primordous clarity and reason to recognize his
What have we done? Oh, they're coming back.
Wrong.
The dragon felt no affinity with us. We must allow it. We need to anchor ourselves.
must be tricked into claiming the connection. How do you stop an avalanche? Yes.
You don't. Get above it. Primordous needs a champion. a champion like Ryland. A harness. What if I become like...
Why are you doing this? The attention? The legend? The power?
No. I'm doing it so everyone will be safe. So my friends will survive.
That is your spirit, Braham. Never doubt your spirit.
Alright, the theories were right. Let's do this.
Aurene, I know this wasn't exactly the plan. We will bring the twin dragons together, no matter what it takes. Tell the commander. This is my choice.
Well, will that be the same?
Braham! Where? Did he survive?
I believe he was able to bond with Primordous, yes. But I'm cut off from him now.
Braham sacrificed himself to protect us all. How could he...
His plan could very well succeed. If Jormag and Primordous are coaxed into confrontation, they will destroy each other.
But what happens to Braham when they do?
It was his choice. We have to respect it, no matter the outcome. We owe him that.
Okay, well damn. So fucking hell, so Primordous has never infected normal, like, living beings before. He's created his own out of rock and lava. This is... I'm wondering how he's even doing it. And also, will Primordous become more of a character now? Like, will Raven manage to pull him out of his madness enough that we can converse with him through Braham? This is gonna be interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the recording now.